newspapers. The BCCI, or Bank of Credit and Commerce International, was an international bank founded in 1972 by Agha Hassan Abadi, a Pakistani financier and a friend of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Registered in Luxembourg, the BCCI had head offices in Karachi and London. A decade after opening, BCCI had over 400 branches in 78 countries and assets in excess of $20 billion, making it the 7th largest private bank in the world. In the 1980s, the BCCI came under the scrutiny of financial regulators and intelligence agencies worldwide, and investigations revealed that the bank was involved in massive money laundering and financial crimes. On 5th July 1991, regulators around the world raided and locked down the BCCI bank branches. In 1993, authors Jonathan Beatty and S.C. Gwynn investigated the BCCI saga and published a book titled The Outlaw Bank, a wild ride into the secret heart of BCCI. The book detailed the illegal activities and subsequent collapse of the BCCI, one of the greatest global financial scandals of all times. On page 283, the investigative book reveals the BCCI bank soon found ways to profit from Bhutto's determination to create a socialist economy. BCCI quickly became a main conduit of capital flight, ushering hundreds of millions of dollars out of Pakistan as the affluent class, the industrialists and entrepreneurs sought safer havens for their money. BCCI, with new offices on Leadenhall Street in London as well as in Abu Dhabi, was also able to help influential Pakistanis who wanted to go into business abroad after having their enterprises seized by Bhutto. One such was Nawaz Sharif, the current Prime Minister of Pakistan, whose family's holdings, including a steel plant, were seized by Bhutto. The Sharifs relocated the plant in the Emirate of Dubai, where Abadi loaned them startup money. When the foundry later became unprofitable, the bank found someone to buy them out and forgave the balance of the original $2 million loan. While the Panama Papers make no mention of the Sharif family dealings with the notorious BCCI, yet investigations into the bank's failure do answer a key question. The BCCI bank appears to be one of the many tools used by the Sharifs to transfer money and build businesses and assets abroad. Yet, to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan and be listed for corruption, embezzlement and money laundering by esteemed global financial institutions like the World Bank and the UNODC is even more embarrassing. The Stolen Asset Recovery Initiative (STAR) is a global partnership between the World Bank and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime (UNODC) that supports international efforts to end safe havens for corrupt funds worldwide. For many years, the World Bank's Stolen Asset Recovery Initiative has listed Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif for embezzlement and money laundering dating back to 1990 under Article 17 and Article 23 of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption (UNCAC). The corporate vehicles used for the alleged crimes are listed as Nescol, Nielsen, Shamrock and Chandron Jersey Private Limited. For many years, the global media too has been reporting on the corruption and money laundering by the Sharif family. In October 1998, one of the most prestigious daily of the UK, The Independent, carried a headline story that made waves around the world. According to the Daily Independent, a British family had become embroiled in the scandal surrounding the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, over multi-million-pound corruption allegations. Inquiries by The Independent established that bank accounts containing £5 million were set up in the names of 3 members of the family from Ilford, Essex. These deposits were used to raise millions of pounds in loans, which were channeled into Sharif family-owned offshore businesses. The money was laundered through fictitious bank accounts using family business interests and siphoned into offshore accounts. Years earlier, the British Broadcasting Corporation, in its documentary titled From Pakistan to Park Lane, had also comprehensively uncovered the corrupt and shady ways in which millions of dollars were transferred from Pakistan to the UK by the Sharif family during early 90s. The corruption, money laundering, tax evasion and deceptive practices of the Nawaz Sharif family have also been subject of other books. Raymond W. Baker, an American businessman, scholar, author, and authority on financial crime. Raymond Baker published his book, Capitalism's Achilles Heel, Dirty Money and How to Renew the Free Market System, in 2005. The book highlights in detail Nawaz Sharif's corruption, money laundering, and his offshore companies and assets. And many of the allegations in the book have now been re-uncovered by the Panama Papers. At least 11 years before the Panama Papers, Mr. Raymond Baker had concluded offshore companies have been linked to Sharif, 3 in the British Virgin Islands by the names of Nascol, Nielsen, and Shamrock, and another in the Channel Islands known as Chandron Jersey Private Limited. Some of these entities allegedly were used to facilitate purchase of 4 rather grand flats on Park Lane in London, at various times occupied by Sharif family members. Reportedly, bank transfers were made to Banque Paribas en Suisse, which then instructed Sharif's offshore companies Nascol and Nelson to purchase the 4 luxury suites. During Sharif's second term, at least $160 million pocketed from a contract to build a highway from Lahore, his hometown, to Islamabad, the nation's capital. In addition to using his office for amassing illegal wealth, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has been known to have directly approached and taken money from sources involved in global terrorism, including Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda. An insider, a former friend of the Sharifs and the former editor of the prestigious daily The Frontier Post, Mr. Nasir Shah Afridi, has revealed that Osama bin Laden personally gave $150 million to Nawaz Sharif for promoting global jihad in the 1990s.
वो कश्मीर और अफगान जहाद के लिए उनके बहुत बड़े हज़ाइम हैं और अपना भी बहुत कुछ खर्च करने के लिए तैयार है, तो मैंने उनको हाँ कर दिया है 150 अरब रुपए का।
1989 की बात है।
तो 1.5 अरब रुपया मियां नवाज शरीफ साहब ने ओसामा बिन लादेन से लिए थे, जो जहाद के नाम पर थे।
Nawaz Sharif is also alleged to have used some of that money for destabilizing and overthrowing the government of the former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto.
और वो उसमें 27-28 करोड़ रुपए बेनजीर भुट्टो शहीद के खिलाफ वोट ऑफ नो कॉन्फिडेंस में पेश खर्च किया था।
जो पैसे लिए वो मुहतरमा बेनजीर की गवर्नमेंट टॉपर करने पे लगाए गए,
वो 27 करोड़ लगाए।
27 करोड़ तो बाकी
1 करोड़ जो है 1 करोड़ 24 लाख या 25 लाख जो इनका बंदा था वहाँ मदीना में ही खा गया था।
अच्छा।
और 1 करोड़ एक और साथी इनका खा गया था, बाकी फिर इनके थे। अब मुझे पता नहीं इन्होंने क्या किया है।
These alleged links to global terrorism, if proven true, might have global repercussions for the ruling family